all with a chance to ring the bell. Now we're down to the final 8 as we kick off the first quarterfinal matchup with Italo Ferreira and Nat Young.
You know, Mick Fanning's got an opportunity to take an outright lead with 5 bells.
And it looks like Nat Young wants to kick off this quarterfinal. Little whitewater. Hits him in the heels real quick, and he'll just get out of there further down the line. Italo Ferreira will now have priority in this quarterfinal matchup to kick things off. We've been talking about that goofy foot story. First 2 quarterfinals are all goofy foot matchups, which is a bit of a rarity here at Bells. This is Ferreira now. Jams it off the lip. Nice controlled start for him to take the lead. Last year's Rookie of the Year, now patient into the open face. Fade and cut back off the top. Now he's got an end section. Just hits it off the top. He'll step off with the lead.
Let's have a look. And it's going to be these medium ones, Joe. That's what we want. You know, you want those nice, cleaner inside waves. Just tags it beautifully. Just, you can see how he does those little check turns off the bottom, 1, 2, 3, and then he sets the rail. Just making sure that he doesn't catch the rail. He's been watching earlier. As I said before, a couple of little mistakes from all competitors. A lot of wipeouts. So you've got to make sure you finish off your wave, which he does every single time.
So a quick start for Italo Ferreira. Now more waves on the way for Nat Cy Young from Santa Cruz, California. Set up, wrap to start. He'll fade this next section to set up a little lip section here. Coils up and blows the tail out using that whitewater coping. Now just getting a little hung up off the top when he was off to a great start. So Ferreira is getting his opener in the screen.
You've almost got to let that first 1 or 2 go through and then catch the second or third wave of the set. Way easier to set the rail and engage those fins. Here we go.
Italo already setting up his second scoring ride. Just a little mid-face fade back into the whitewater. He's got a lot of board speed, a big section to meet off the top, big backhand float. Last year's Rookie of the Year, now setting up a backhand arc into the pocket. Always has such a solid stance on that surfboard, and he's got a lot of foam on the face on the inside, but still finding a ton of momentum. Jams it off the lip, and he'll ride out of it. Solid composure and an epic start from Ferreira.
Look at Italo's wave here. You can see a lot less bump on the face, and it allows him just to get straight into those turns. Watch this turn here from Italo. Nice elongated floater maneuver right there. Some critical surfing. Judges are going to love it. See how clean it is. It allows him just to hook into his maneuvers a lot easier than Nat's was. Nat was literally fighting, trying to nurse his board through those maneuvers, whereas Italo Ferreira tagged out a bunch of times. 5.83 on his opening account. He's going to back that up with another good little score. Let's have a look at Nat's wave. You can see how bumpy it is. Didn't quite hook into that first turn. Now he drops down. Watch how the board is bouncing around. You almost can see the bottom deck of it. Connected beautifully there, though. That's just a testament of how strong Nat Young is. And then caught the rail. So
at every event on tour, we'll never forget when he was in the channel for the Eddie event this year at Waimea Bay. He loves big conditions, and solid conditions today on hand here at the Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach. A creative start now for Italo Ferreira on a big blast off the roof. Now into the carving section off the top. Sort of faded and S the start to set up an explosive first maneuver. And now he's just hanging in there through the inside. Might as well dry dock these waves with the Water Patrol assist, as we got a snap off the roof again for Ferreira. Now looking to finish. Another hack on the backhand of last year's Rookie of the Year. He opened with a 5.83. Second score, a 6.67.
Allowing him to lean that board over on the rail and really connect with that lip.
Now making a move to try to come back in the seat. Former runner-up here at Bells, Nat Young, setting up a big open face hook. Ends up being under the lip, and he'll set up another big bottom turn. Controls it. Little redirect off the top. Nat's last wave at 2.83. As he stretches out that roundhouse cutback, and he falls again on the inside corner.
That's pretty uncharacteristic for Nat. A bigger wave, so a little bit more tricky to ride. You can see nice snap under the lip right there. Watch this bottom turn, Joe. As he comes off the bottom, catches right there, and that literally wiped off all the speed that he had. waiting for it, waiting for it. Now he sets that rail, cuts back, and literally hits another bump and goes down. So Nat Young, well, and Italo Ferreira on the flip side, smaller wave, but look how clean it is compared to Nat's wave. Look at the turns that he's able to do. He's able to set that rail and come around that section with confidence, drawing back into the power source right there. So two different approaches right now. Nat's looking for the big bombs, which generally is what's been working, right? But because it's so big and lumpy, it's almost gone the opposite way now, where you want those 4 to 6 footers that are nice and clean, hit that reef a bit better. The big ones are going a little wider. They've got more lump and bump, harder to surf. Italo Ferreira just absolutely nailing it right now. Great wave selection. He's gone from a 5.83 to a 6.67 and now a 6.90. One judge going all the way up into that 7.5.
Fanning took out Davy Cathles. Jordy Smith took out Kaiwa Belly. As we see what happened to Italo here, Potts.
Yeah, he was almost going backwards up the face of the wave there before he dropped in. So a late drop for Italo Ferreira. Really difficult to make that. It's good to see that he's okay. He's in one piece. His board's in one piece. And he's back out there, but you can see again, look at the wave that he was trying to catch. Nice and smooth on the face. Nat's waves, he missed it. It's one of those events you want to be at, that's for sure.
Setting up this one is Italo, the heat leader, trying to better a 6.67. Snap off the lip. Nice little free fall drop, now hard off the bottom. Perfect jam, right in the hook. Finding speed without a problem. Italo rips one off the top again. Inside track, sets up a little backside hack off the top, and there's the claim from Italo Ferreira. He's improved on every exchange so far. Are we sticking to that theme, Potts?
Well, he's looking to replace a 6.67. Nat Young out the back. See, different kind of wave, a lot of bump and lump on it, Joe.
And just a quick up and out for Nat Young. It's been a bit of a sleepy start for the former finalists at this event.
And it literally takes the chop out of the face, even though, you know, this one here looks a smaller wave, but nice and clean. See how clean the face is. Italo Ferreira able to do some real critical surfing. I love this turn right here. Jams it in the pocket and that free fall drop. So the judges are going to identify that critical surfing right in the pocket, right in the guts of where you want to be here at Bells Beach. Italo's kind of doing what Nat Young normally does. So, I mean, you know, it's an interesting situation right now. Italo taking a page out of Nat Young's book and making it look ever so easy. A little bit of motion right there. And why? Joe, look at the score.
So solid to take a view at this huge playing field from the sky. You can see how much water's moving. See how beautiful this right peels over the shallow reef here. There's different sections just have those boils you talk about, Potts out the back. Can you count on them today?
Throw all that out the window right now. I mean, it's obviously breaking on a different part of the reef today, but literally the same sort of position if you're looking in at the beach.
Turning in an 8.4, so Italo Ferreira just warming up in the heat. 5s to 6s, now 8.4. This is an important ride for Nat Young. Backhand jam. Another big belt off the top for the Californian. Coming around the corner, great connection. One of Nat's better starts in this matchup so far. Another jam on the open face. Now he's finding that rhythm. Plenty of wave left as he'll rip one off the roof, and now he's fired up to make his comeback with 11 minutes to go.
That was way better from Nat Young. We'll go to the middle peak. This is way better for Nat Young right now. Look at those turns he's doing. Watch this bottom turn as he just hooks straight into it. That's better from Nat Young. You want to get that inside rail engaged. Look at that. That's what we're looking for from Nat. This is how he's been moving through and why he's in the quarterfinals up against an in-form Italo Ferreira. So this is going to be a good score for Nat. And that last turn, critical stuff. That's better, he says. Joe, he is back in the heat.
A huge score for Nat Young as we slow down that explosive hack, Potts.
Yeah, look at that foot right back on the tail. You know, Nat Young, one of the best at going upside down and just so strong on his feet. So confident once he gets his gets the ball rolling. You know, with jet ski assist, 8.5 minutes to go, he is back in the heat. We'll go to the middle peak. This is way better for Nat Young right now. Look at those turns he's doing. Watch this bottom turn as he just hooks straight into it. That's better from Nat Young. You You want to get that inside rail engaged. Look at that. That's what we're looking for from Nat. This is how he's been moving through and why he's in the quarterfinals up against an in-form Italo Ferreira. So this is going to be a good score for Nat. And that last turn, critical stuff. That's better, he says. Joe, he is back in the heat.
A huge score for Nat Young as we slow down that explosive hackpots.
Yeah, look at that foot right back on the tail. You know, Nat Young, one of the best at going upside down and just so strong on his feet. So confident once he gets the ball rolling. You know, with jet ski assist, 8.5 minutes to go. He is back in the heat. 8.33. Here we go.
So Nat 8.33 compared to Italo's 8.4. They're matching each other now out here at Bells Beach. Italo up on a solid one. Mid-face wrap. Still a lot of glide in that board. He'll fade one more time in the pocket. Ferreira trying to better a 6.9. This wave's not bowling up yet, but it looks like he's in store for something solid. Still kind of just bending down the beach. Now setting up a huge backhand re-entry. He'll get hung up and get sent over the falls.
In the big, bumpy, challenging conditions, I like it.
So solid on his feet in heavy water conditions. We've got 5 seconds to go in this first quarterfinal with priority. Italo Ferreira will just seal the deal over Nat Young. Last year's Rookie of the Year takes out former runner-up at Bells Beach. Nat Young was solid surfing, starting with 5s, improving to 6s, and then even going all the way to an 8.4. Ferreira will be featured in his first semifinal today here at the Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach.
He could be the one to break Hockey's record. Not break it, but win a bell. You know, being that goofy footer. I think the way he's surfing right now, he's well and truly on his way, Joe, because that was a flawless performance from him.
Solid effort from Italo Ferreira. He's been the one to watch at every venue on tour. Looks so sure-footed when he's off the bottom, even in challenging bumpy conditions. Riding those T. Pattersons, making him look so fun out the back. As we check out the numbers, Nat Young out of the contest as he'll get an equal 5th result. And Italo Ferreira will be surfing again in the semifinals later on today.